The Times of Physics.
Hello students, welcome to the channel The Times of Physics. Today's lecture will help you move a few steps ahead in the field of thermodynamics. This lecture is focused to make you understand the equilibrium situations in thermodynamic systems and further the zeroth law, which is very closely linked to these equilibrium conditions in thermodynamics. But before start, let me brief you about the introductory terms that we had discussed in the previous lecture. By now, we have understood that what systems are called the thermodynamic systems. What is the difference between the common terms, the temperature and the heat? What are system and surroundings? What are the open, closed and isolated systems? What are the macroscopic state variables of a thermodynamic system? And finally, we learned about the reversible processes and the irreversible processes. So, we now move ahead to understand the equilibrium conditions in a thermodynamical system. So, first we see what is the state of a thermodynamic system. The state of a thermodynamic system is defined by its macroscopic state. In the last lecture, we had also understood the macroscopic state variables. The macroscopic state variables are defined by four major variables P, V, T, and U, which are pressure P, volume V, temperature T, and U represents the internal energy of the thermodynamical system. The macroscopic state of any thermodynamical system is characterized by these four macroscopic state variables. These four variables describes the state of the thermodynamic system. This is the slide from the previous lecture where these four variables are primarily used to explain the preliminaries about the state of thermodynamical system. So when any system experiences that none of these variables are changing with change of time, that is, with the passage of time, pressure, volume, temperature, and internal energies are constant. They are no more changing their values. So we say that these properties become constant with time. And this is the stage when the system is said to be in thermodynamical equilibrium. जब टाइम के साथ प्रेशर वॉल्यूम टेम्परेचर और इंटरनल एनर्जी कांस्टेंट हो जाते हैं, इनकी वैल्यूज़ में चेंज स्टॉप हो जाता है, तो हम ये कह सकते हैं कि जो सिस्टम है वो इक्विलिब्रियम स्टेज पर पहुंच चुका है. नाउ वी शैल सी that thermodynamical equilibrium is of three types: mechanical equilibrium, thermal equilibrium, and the chemical equilibrium. Mechanical equilibrium is, of course, linked with the mechanical forces in the system, and the equilibrium stage is achieved when there are no unbalanced force existing between the system and the surrounding. Mean, if you consider any system which is having a piston on the top, so if there is no pressure exerted by the system on the surrounding or by the surrounding on the system, then obviously piston will not change its position. It will be in a stable mode. So we can say that there is no unbalanced force between system and surroundings. So the system is, of course, in mechanical equilibrium. Thermal equilibrium means that there is no temperature imbalance of the system with the surroundings, mean the temperature is stable, no heat is exchanging between system and the surroundings. Our system is in thermal equilibrium. And finally, chemical equilibrium is explained by the chemical composition, which is unchanged when chemical equilibrium is reached in the system. So these were the three equilibrium of the thermodynamical system. Now let us come to zeroth law of thermodynamics, which is described by the equilibrium situations, equilibrium conditions. So first we consider that there are two systems A and B which are initially isolated. This is system A and this is system B, placed apart from each other, obviously isolated. So they cannot exchange heat with each other. So now I place a wall. This wall is diathermic in nature, so it is called diathermic wall. Diathermic wall is a wall which allows heat to pass through, but no matter can be exchanged, no matter can be passed through this wall. Mean this wall will allow heat to pass through it. It will allow the heat exchange across it. So now I bring both the systems A and B together in contact with the diathermic boundary. So I move A and B towards each other, but the diathermic wall is placed in between, in contact with the both. So now obviously as diathermic wall allows heat to pass through it, so heat exchange between A and B will start and it will continue until a thermal equilibrium is attained. That means it will continue till both system will be at constant temperature, at same temperature. So this heat transfer will stop when these two systems get a mutual state of thermal equilibrium, or we say that both systems are at same temperature. So in conclusion, it can be written that the two systems A and B are independently in thermal equilibrium as they are not in actual contact with each other. They are in contact via this diathermic wall. So we write here that two systems A and B are independently in thermal equilibrium with the third system C, where the third system is this diathermic wall. So these are in equilibrium with this third system. So system A and B are also in thermal equilibrium with each other. And this is the statement of the zeroth law. This is the zeroth law of thermodynamics. Now see that what is the significance of this law. This law is very important as it describes the concept of temperature scale. You see in the last lecture, we had defined the terms temperature and heat. Temperature is just the reading which we measure from the ordinary thermometer. And if there are difference in temperature of the bodies in contact, then obviously heat flow will start. Heat is the energy which is transferred because of the temperature difference. टेम्परेचर डिफरेंस की वजह से हीट का फ्लो स्टार्ट हो जाता है. So the cause of heat flow is just the temperature difference, and this is what the zeroth law says. Zeroth law says that two bodies are at thermal equilibrium if they are at same temperature, and obviously if they are not at same temperature, then there will be no thermal equilibrium and the heat flow will start, and heat flow will continue until we attain the situation of thermal equilibrium. Let me clarify this situation by taking an example of two containers which are having boiling water. These are the two containers. So if I place a thermometer in this first container, then obviously the thermometer will show reading of 100 degrees as the water is boiling. Water's boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius. And next, we can say that the thermometer is now in thermal equilibrium with the first container of water. So as the water is at 100 degrees, this thermometer is also at 100 degrees. Next, I move the thermometer in the second container of boiling water, and obviously now too the thermometer will show the reading of 100 degrees. So thermometer is in thermal equilibrium with this container of water too. Earlier, the thermometer was in thermal equilibrium with the first container. Now, the thermometer is in thermal equilibrium with the second container. So, using zeroth law, we can say that we can conclude that these two separate containers, which are not in their actual contact with each other, but as they are independently in thermal equilibrium with this third object, the thermometer. So, using zeroth law, they are in thermal equilibrium with each other also. जैसा कि थर्मोमीटर फर्स्ट कंटेनर ऑफ वाटर के साथ भी थर्मल इक्विलिब्रियम में है, थर्मोमीटर सेकंड कंटेनर ऑफ वाटर के साथ भी थर्मल इक्विलिब्रियम में है। हालांकि ये दोनों कंटेनर्स आपस में डायरेक्ट कांटेक्ट में नहीं है, बट यूजिंग जीरोथ लॉ हम ये कह सकते हैं कि अगर कोई दो ऑब्जेक्ट किसी थर्ड ऑब्जेक्ट के साथ थर्मल इक्विलिब्रियम में है तो वो दोनों आपस में भी थर्मल इक्विलिब्रियम में हैं। सो हम कह सकते हैं कि दिस जीरोथ लॉ enables us, facilitates us to use the third object to compare the equilibrium stages of any objects which is under study, which we like. So this was all about the zeroth law of thermodynamics. I hope you have understood it thoroughly. Enjoy learning. Thank you.